Alright, so I'm Kate Schneider, and what I did for my project was I created a 2D side-scrolling game in the Unreal Engine. So this is like the gist of it. And this was completely from scratch. All that I had. Hold on. Let's see if I can beat this game first so I can show you what happens. Nope. Alright. I died. So, uh, basically, all that I have, all that I had from the start was, let's see, okay, where am I going? Sprites, my sprite. So, basically, all that I had was this, and, and this. So all I had were these two sprite sheets, and I had to basically create all of the code and everything that goes into this character. So if we look a little bit in here, if we zoom out, you'll see there's a lot of stuff that's being messed with. So basically, let's start from the basics. So let's see, what is this? All right. So this is just moving right. That's all this is. So you put in the input axis move right, and you say if the value is greater than 0, if that condition is true, then they are moving right, and it will move you one place in the x direction. And then if the condition is false, it will direct here, and then if this axis value is less than 0, if that is true, it'll set moving right to false. If it's less than 0 is false, then it will move up here. So basically, it's all of this. It's a lot easier than if I had to completely code without any of this, but this branch system helps a lot more. So it will do that, and then can move. So basically, if that condition is true, then I'm doing that. So that's like the basics, starting from moving right, and then that goes a little more in depth with that. That's to discover which way I'm facing, basically. And then if we go here, this is the main thing. So I set up a custom event that was called update animation, and I can call this custom event. Let's see, for example, is there one up here? It does not look like it. Okay, but for example, if I know I have one somewhere. This is don't like this, but it is, if I create a custom event, then I can see right here, there, it will update animation. So basically, go back up here. So to update animation, this is the custom event. It triggers this, so it'll these are the character states. So we go through everything. Standing and running, they both branch off here, and it will set the flipbook. But at first, let's see. So you'll get velocity, and if the velocity is greater than 0, if that, it'll move that here, and if that is false, it will do the stance animation, which I will show you in a little bit. And if it's true, it'll do the run animation, and then it will set that flip book. and it will return that, and it will set the flipbook for that, and then we'll target the sprite, and then it'll do the same thing for jumping. It'll set the jump flipbook, hitting set the hit flipbook, dying will set the die flipbook, and then all of these shooting, shoot flipbook, and climbing, and all that. So that's more or less the gist of it. And you're probably wondering what a flipbook is, but before we do that, this is how I get the, okay, I'll show you the flipbook first. So basically, I showed you this picture, and it looks kind of weird. It's just like, okay, this is just the character in different states, but basically how it goes is like these first three would be the stance animation, because you'll see they like randomize a little bit, so it's not like just sitting still as one stance, and then there's a shooting animation, jumping, and then there's some of these I didn't use, but then there's running on these three, and then there's running and shooting, which I couldn't put in, and then getting hit right here, and dying here, and then climbing, and all these other things. So basically, what I did is I would select that, and I would sprite actions, and I would apply paper 2D texture settings, so then it would do the transparent background, and then I would create that as a sprite, and it will separate all of them. So all of them are down here, and basically what you'll do is, as I did for the stance, which is right here, you have to select these three and then create a flipbook, and it will do that. And then jump, you just do one, and then for the running, set the flipbook, and that's basically how you get the character to do the correct animation. The flipbook is on the animation, and then all the coding around it is how to get them to do the correct animation. Because if I wanted to, I could change things. I could make him do the jumping animation whenever he's running or something, and I could make it all really weird. But obviously I want the game to look a lot better and more realistic, so I'd rather him be able to run whenever he actually runs. So basically, okay, I was trying to beat my way through it, but yep, that was basically it. I used this video, which helped a lot. It was one of the Epic Games employees who would go through everything that he did, and I used his let's see, I think it's right here, possibly. But I used his like sprites and his sprite characters, and it yep, right here. So that's how you get it, and that would give me his characters and his and his blocks to use. So basically, that was the main part of what I had to go through. I have some screen capture here of me just building my level. So basically what I do is I put one, and then I would alt and I drag, and then that's how I copied that. So it just goes on for this a little bit, and I'm dragging a new one, dragging that one, and then that's basically it. So that was basically how I set up the map design. The map design was probably the most simple part, because all you had to do was just drag in these sprites, and then you'd set up their hitboxes to where you'd be able to stand up on that and stand up on that, and then yeah. So that was my project. I wanted to learn how to deal with Unreal Engine, and I think that for a first project, it actually turned out really well. So, yep, thank you.